Welcome to another podcast of the current situation Manchester United. This is going to be the Manchester United reaction to Manchester United's late dramatic win against Burnley at home. We won 3-2 on the day. Now, I had a few sparks where I watched the game. I was trying to watch the game for free on Twitter, so I wasn't watching it on TV or watching it on some, free website or anything like that. So I didn't see the full the full game, because sometimes if you're watching the game on Twitter, man, so the thing is gonna the live stream is going to lag, and at some point it's gonna stop. So I didn't see the full length of the game, so I don't know how the game in terms of how we played. Of course I know the scoreline because I saw the scoreline. I'm no Steve Wonder, but I don't on a big basis I didn't see how we actually played in the game. That said, I was not impressed with the starting lineup at first sight, because when I saw the starting lineup at first sight, I still saw Bruno Fernandes playing midfield with Casemiro. That's a dead midfield. Casemiro is not the same Casemiro as before, and as we have stated many times, I'm not talking about Bruno Fernandes after I talk about the match reaction. Bruno Fernandes is not a number 8. Stop playing in the position of a number 8. This is going to kill the creativity of our side, and it's going to kill the balance of our side. This Virgin is no Xavi Hernandez or Andres Iniesta, so there is no need for you to be playing him in there. He's not that guy. If you go play Bruno Fernandes in the starting lineup, which you will because he's our club captain, start him in the number 10 position. Try to put him in a number 10 position. If that is going to compromise the position of the left midfielder and you're going to start Bruno Fernandes, then so be it. But if you're going to start him, he has to play in an advanced position. So if you're not going to start him, then okay, play like Kobe Mino, who's supposed to be playing in that role anyway. You understand? But if you keep playing Bruno Fernandes as a number 8, he's going to kill our. Bruno Fernandes is not going to play at the optimum level we know Bruno Fernandes can play at, because that's not the position that he usually plays at. That's not the position he usually plays, period. He doesn't play there for his country. He doesn't play there for Sporting. And for the most part, man, when you're playing Bruno Fernandes, he's never been a CM. Never. He's either a number 10 or a left attacking mid, which is basically a left number 10. So there is no need or offer the number 9. So there is no need for him to be playing there. He's ineffective there. You understand? And nobody's asking you to change or to change how you are or who you are. But at some point, you have to just go back to the chalking board and accept defeat, eat that humble Portuguese pie, and come to the conclusion and say, Bruno Fernandes is as a CM is not it. Because it's not it. It's not it. He's no Pedri. It's me. Now let's go into the game. So we got in front. I forgot because I'm doing the video at night. This video at night, the match reaction at night, and the game was during. It was actually early. It started 10 o'clock a.m. The first goal score. I believe we're supposed to get a penalty at first, but it was ruled out. How we got the penalty again? I forgot how we got the penalty. But the first goal, it was an own goal. Oh yes, I remember. So Collins, was it Collins? Yes, Collins. No, not Collins. Yeah, well, Collins scored the own goal. But what I meant to say was Kyle Walker. I didn't even know he got sold by Man City. I didn't even know Man City sold Kyle Walker. I didn't know that. But yeah, he's playing as right back for Burnley. And his brethren playing at right back for Burnley gave away a penalty initially in Manchester United's favour. Now, some persons may say that it was outside of the box or inside of the box. That in a second, because that's not the first time in this game that was said. But Mason Mount, well, the thing is that Kyle Walker was trying to pass the ball forward, and of course, so he's not a very good pass of the ball, which is probably why, among other reasons, why Pep Guardiola sold him, alongside with the fact that he's old and he's past his prime. So that's why Pep Guardiola sold him, among other reasons. So Mason Mount won back the ball. He ran with the ball. My phone's going off. And, he fouled him in the box. He fouled him, quote unquote, but it was ruled out as not a penalty. It was not a penalty. It's not a penalty. I looked based on if you're looking from the backwards, you're going to think it's a penalty. But if you see Mason Mount at the front grabbing onto Kyle Walker, as Kyle Walker was grabbing onto Mason Mount, and you see the type of contact that was made, it's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. Yes, I'm a Manchester United fan. It's not a penalty. And again, if you look at it from all angles, you'll come to the conclusion that it's not a penalty unless you're blind. But yeah, so we 1-0 up. They equalized. It was a very good build-up play by Burnley. Fox, Scott Parker, the James Bond of football, alongside with Xabi Alonso. But of course, we know that Xabi Alonso, he tops Scott Parker in that regard. They could say that Scott Parker is like the Timo version of Xabi Alonso. The difference is that Xabi Alonso don't wear a black and white suit. So, in Burnley's build-up to the equalizer, they crossed the ball. The number 7 for Burnley crossed the ball in the box, and number 9 scored it. Where was our left wing back? Who is our left wing back? Dorgu is supposed to be on the bench. So that means Dalot was supposed to not allow that cross to come in the box. That cross was not supposed to. And even more so, hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, and even more so, I'm getting distracted. And even more so, the centre backs that were supposed to be in the box, that were in the box, but they didn't mark the centre forward in the box, allowed the centre forward to go score, the South African brethren to go score, and it was 1-1. We got another goal. As soon as them scored that goal, we scored again through Mbeumo, who got his first Manchester United Premier League goal. His second goal for Manchester United, but it's his first Premier League goal for Manchester United. And what a time to get it! As soon as we concede, we took the lead. It's also it's very true that you're at your most vulnerable when you just score. Burnley didn't remember that rule from the rule book of football, because whenever you just score, your blood is high. You're happy that you get back into the game. So you're not really you're concentrating consciously, but you're just not really there. Like you're not settled yet because they just equalize. And that is one of the reasons why we took the lead. So Dalot with the assist to Mbeumo at the far post. Perfect. Check this out. They got back in the game. It was a throw-in by Kyle Walker, and something happened in the box, and there was this other black guy that because the keeper couldn't save, Bayern didn't save. Oh, I look shredded tonight. Look at that, man. Shreds are coming out tonight, man. My brother's looking lean too. Bayern didn't, there was some shove in the box because the ball wasn't saved by Bayern. It fell to a black brother that plays for Burnley. Left foot shot. He didn't save it fully, and it was a scruffle, and some player from close range scored. So it was 2-2. Manchester United needs to work on their defense organization. We need to work on our defense organizational structure, because if we don't work on our organizational structure, This is the type of things, these are the type of goals we're going to keep conceding. We have already conceded how much goals? 4 goals already in 2 games. Actually, this is our 3rd game. That's a lie. We conceded against Arsenal. That was the only goal that was in the game, and they got a clean sheet because they beat us 1-0 at home in the first game. Second game was against Fulham, where the game finished 1-1, but it felt like a draw, but it was 1-1. So we considered 2 goals. We're still in a negative goal difference. Then in this game, we go score 2 goals and no, actually we scored 3 goals. That's a lie. So we scored 4 goals and we conceded 4. So our goal negative difference is at 0, because 4 minus 4 gives you 0, and I'm no mathematician. So that we need to work on our defense. In terms of our attack, we are looking good in our attack. There was a chance where Mbuemo had a couple of chances to put us ahead, one on his right foot and at least a couple before he scored on his left foot in the first half. Yeah, because Moisimo played the ball to Mbuemo, and Mbuemo one-time it with his right foot and it missed across the face of the goal. And there was this other chance where Diallo, because we had a very good counter-attack, we just didn't capitalize on the chance we created. So yeah, we had chances, but I mean, we're attacking Burnley. Of course, we're supposed to be attacking. Listen, it doesn't matter if it's Burnley or Brighton. Any side that comes Old Trafford, we have to be attacking them. It's me. We have to be attacking them. We have to make our home a fortress again. We have to have that dominant force about us at home. So whenever we're attacking, man, so it's a duh that we actually attacked against Burnley. But there were certain chances that we didn't put to bed, and we should have put them to bed, because that would have changed the dynamics of how the game eventually went. But it's 2-2. When we think it's just another draw game where we should have done better, man, these shirts, man, I like seeing shirts in my arms. Makes me look like I'm actually doing something right. So when you thought that the game was going to finish as a draw and we get 1 point at home against some Burnley side that just got promotion back to the Premier League, a penalty happened. A penalty. Now, I checked the penalty. It's not a penalty. That's outside of the box. On the line, yes, it's a foul, but it's not a penalty. All of that grabbing and shoving happened outside of the box, close to the edge of the box, if not at the edge of the box. That is not a penalty. That's not a penalty. If I was a Burnley supporter, I would be fuming because it's not a penalty. But because I'm a Manchester United fan, and because we're desperate for 3 points, I am going to go on the compromising bias in and say, I mean, it's a penalty. It looks like a penalty, so I'll take the penalty. Of course, go score. And of course, Bruno Fernandes from the spot scored the penalty. Game finished 3-2. We got the 3 points. Vital 3 points. So yeah, yes, we won the game by the tip of our fingernails, if we have any fingernails. But yeah, it is 3 vital points. Another thing to consider is that Garnacho has officially been sold today. He was at the ground at Stamford Bridge at the game against Fulham. Chelsea won the game 2-1, I believe, or 2-0. Yeah, I believe 2-0. They won it 2-0. I just remember that Fulham scored a goal, but it was disallowed. So yeah, but Garnacho was in the stands. Check this out. And I unfollow Garnacho off of Instagram because I was following him on Instagram. But since that he's moved to Chelsea, I unfollowed him from Instagram. But this is what I found funny. This brethren, Chelsea, I like how, amen. I like how, I think The admin that posted Alejandro Garnacho's arrival to Chelsea is a low-key, he's a low-key Man United fan, or some Man United supporter paid him off, because based on the caption that they put for his arrival, they say, "Sit here, Garnacho," or something like that. Dude, you guys know what to do. You guys know exactly what to do. And I don't care if you give him 7 years on his contract or whatever. The caption that you sent, that you basically post on Instagram, welcoming Garnacho to Chelsea, you guys know say you're not going to start him as much. You know say he's going to be a bench player. A bench player that you're giving a 7-year contract to, and you sign for £40 million. Take a seat. You basically say, take a seat, Garnacho, or something like that. Dude, hey, you know say persons are going to buy into that. They go think say, bro, he's not going to get much games to start. He's going to be on the bench. That's what they're going to think. He's going to be a bench player. He's going to be an impact sub. He's not going to be a main man to start for Chelsea. He's just not. He's just not. He's just not. That simple as that. You know? So that is one player that we got rid of. Now, here's a couple of things. I know so this video is going to be a bit segue from the match reaction today. But I caught on social media, was it yesterday or yesterday evening? Anthony is requesting more. I think Anthony is talking about Man United needs to pay him before he actually officially goes to Real Betis. Now, Anthony, you have been here for like almost 3 years. And in the 3 years you have been at Manchester United, you have not been an impactful player. You have had your moments, you have your bright sparks, you have your here and there, but you have not lived up to the £80 million euros that we signed you for from Ajax. You are a flop for Manchester United, along with Sancho. Yeah, that which is another dude we need to get rid of. You know, we don't have to pay you nothing. We have to pay you zilch. In the words of Michael Corleone from The Godfather 2, I pay. Well, he was talking to the senator, a corrupt senator, and corrupt senator was getting onto him about some stuff, whatever, and Michael Corleone was like, "Senator, you can listen to my offer now. My offer is nothing." Dude, that's basically our attitude. We are not going to pay you nothing for you to leave Manchester United. You must be out of your mind. You're not Lionel Messi. You're not Ronaldo or nothing. So you're not in a position, beggars can be choosers, you're not in a position to demand us to pay you money that you're getting anyway for your crappy performance week in, week out. You understand? And this little purple patch form that you get from Real Betis, yeah, we know say you do decent at Real Betis because that's the type of football that suits you. You're not used to the aggressive, competitive, physically demanding football in England. That is not you. So do me one, man. Just leave Manchester United and go where you're going with Real Betis. We're not going to pay you nothing. If Manchester United pay you something, then that means Anthony got one off us. He got the skinny off us because he put us in the loser spot. In the negotiation. He demanded money from Man United, and Man United gave him the money that he demanded. So that put us in a losing position, and it kills our reputation. We have to get back to the basics, to a place where we always had things on our terms in terms of negotiations and transfers. We have to get back to a place. We have to get back to that place, man. We can make some scruff that claims to be Brazilian, who is actually from Peru or Bolivia, that says that we have to pay him money for him to go leave to Real Betis. Man, screw that. What else I wanted to address? Oh yes, Bruno Fernandes. So, and this is where I'm going to end. I want to be finished by the 25th minute. Dude, I've been seeing persons say we need to sell Bruno Fernandes. Said, surprised. I didn't even know Said was Bruno Fernandes out. The Man United fan, yeah, I used to listen to his video, his live streams on YouTube a lot, but particularly in 2023 and 2024. But I stopped now because sometimes, bro, I just don't feel some of these opinions are genuine, or even some of these YouTubers that are United fans, or even YouTubers that are football fans of England teams are genuine. So I just stopped listening to them altogether. But I didn't know that Said was pro Bruno Fernandes out. There are fans that actually want Bruno Fernandes. Oh well, that's not new. But seeing that he hasn't settled in the role where Ruben Amorim wants to play him, persons are calling for his head. Persons want to see Bruno Fernandes on the execution chopping block. Persons want to lynch Bruno Fernandes. Persons want to sell Bruno Fernandes because Bruno Fernandes is not playing well in the position that he's playing. I mean, he doesn't pick himself, he doesn't put himself in the position he's playing. That's on the manager. What we need to be doing is questioning why the manager is playing Bruno Fernandes is in a position where he is not going to play well. He is not effective there. Bruno Fernandes is not, again, Bruno Fernandes is not a number 8 and he's definitely not a number 6. Bruno Fernandes plays his best football at the edge of the 18-yard box. That's where Bruno Fernandes plays best football. Not in the middle third in midfield again. This brethren is no Steven Gerrard or no Xabi Alonso or no Xabi Hernandez. So there is no need for him to be playing as a number 8. He's not that guy. He's not that guy. It's not like Odegaard who can play number 10 and number 8. It's not like Gundogan who in his prime could have played number 10 or number 8 for Manchester City. Bruno Fernandes is not that versatile. Bruno Fernandes is not that dynamic. Bruno Fernandes is not that integrated when it comes on to his versatility midfield. This version is a number 10 by trade. That is why we signed him. We didn't sign him to play no CM. Man, funnily enough, Ole started him on his debut as a CM in the EuroLeague. I remember that vividly, back in February of 2020. And I believe he played CM against Everton away from home. I think that was his first game in the Premier League. It was at Goodison Park away to Everton. I believe he played as a CM in that game and he was decent. Tell him. But yeah, so honestly, bro, I am not the biggest supporter of Bruno Fernandes. But I'm not going to say we need to. Dude, this brethren saved us last season. Are we going to sit down quiet and forget that he saved us last season? This brethren scored at least 18 goals in our comps and assisted at least 19 goals. Assisted 19 goals in our comps. So you're looking over 30 goal contribution last season. He was our top scorer and our top assister. And this Belgian playing in midfield. I know we want to sell him because he's playing in a position that he's not picking himself to play in. The manager is putting him in that position to play, but want to call for his head and sell him. I'm not done with that. Bruno Fernandes should not be sold by Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes, I know you United fans are divided when it comes, are not united. Ironic, huh? We're divided, not united when it comes on to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes divides opinion. You see me? But at the same time, we can't ignore the fact that He's one of our best signings post Fergie, along with Martial and Pogba. Although person may think that Pogba wasn't a success, he wasn't a success at the level we were expecting Paul Pogba, but in his own right, he was quite a success. He was quite a success, but that's another video for another day. Man, fuck, we'll get into that. But yeah, we should not be selling Bruno Fernandes, bro. Bruno Fernandes is the most passionate player in our squad. Yes, he's a whiner. Yes, he's a complainer. And even in some of those whining and complaining that he does to the referee, that is what you want from your captain. You don't want a captain to be docile. You don't want a captain to be laid back when challenges are made to your teammate and nothing is done about it. What if you are the captain and an opponent kicks your player and you don't confront the referee and you don't say nothing to the referee? What is going to be said about you? How is that going to look? But if Bruno Fernandes does it, if he complains, if he confronts the referee, or he's whining and complaining, or if there are certain decisions that are made against Man United and he feels that it is unjust and he confronts the referee about it, people want to say he's a whine and complainer. So what if he didn't? See, this is how persons are backwards, Because if Bruno Fernandes didn't confront referees in certain instances, persons are going to say, see, well, that's why he's not captain. He's not going to say nothing. He's not going to confront the referee and say nothing. But if he confronts the referee, or he's a whine and complainer, he complains about everything. Make up your mind, man. Make up your mind. Which level on the axis are you on? You guys are all over the place. You guys are all over the place. You can't be saying one breath that he's whining and complaining when he actually believes that a decision is made against United. And at the same time, if he doesn't confront the referee, you want to say, oh, he's not going to say nothing. Because that's how some of you guys would say. It's like you guys literally hate the dude or something. You want to try find an excuse to hate on him. And I'm not the biggest Bruno Fernandes supporter. I'm not his biggest supporter. Yes, he complains a lot. Yes, he even dives. Yes, he dives. He's a diver. I'm not saying the brethren is made out of a perfect stone called utopia. I'm not saying that. He has flaws. We all have flaws. But what you cannot refute from Bruno Fernandes is that he's our most passionate and most driven player in our squad. And because he's the most passionate and the most driven player in our squad, that is the reason why he's crucial in this squad and he should not be sold. Understand? So yeah, man, that's all I want to say. On the 20th minute, I want to finish up right now, which I am. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, man. Let me know your thoughts on today's game, though. Number one, let me know your thoughts on today's game. We got 3 crucial points that is very crucial to Manchester United. This is our first 3 points in 3 games. Let me know if it's actually if you guys think it's a penalty or it's not a penalty. Now, given that we scored the penalty, some of you guys go say it's a penalty. It's not a penalty in my book, but since seeing that I'm a Manchester United fan and it's in our favour, and it went in our favour because we got the 3 points because Bruno Fernandes scored the penalty, I'm going to look the other way, just like a crooked cop. I'm gonna just look the other way. That's all I'm going to do. Just look the other way. And let me know. Don't talk about Garnacho. We don't care about Garnacho no more. And let me know your thoughts on where's your stance on Bruno Fernandes. Because I know that we're divided on Bruno Fernandes. Let's not hide that fact. There are a lot of United fans that don't like Bruno Fernandes, and there are some fans that like Bruno Fernandes. Let me know your thoughts on Bruno Fernandes in the comment section. You think we need to sell him? You think he needs to be a starter? Do you think that he's supposed to be starting, but he's not supposed to be starting in the CM role as a number 8? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, man. And like and subscribe to the channel if you've been watching up until this point. hit the bell as well so that you can be notified on each upload. And with that being said, a brother is out. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm out. Peace.